recommendation. We are still working on our website because we just started the project, as I mentioned. So our website will be called Cafe with a PH, CAPHE.space. So probably within a month or two we will have it full with content. We are gathering the contents now and building a lot of recordings and photos and just descriptions, but we will be sharing it all through that website. Plus we of course have social media. You can find us in Instagram and Facebook, Twitter, soon also in LinkedIn as Cafe.
Transforming through technology, innovation is not just our pursuit, it's our purpose. At Kenyatta University, we lead through research, powering ideas that shape industries, communities, and nations. Our partnerships span continents, connecting visionaries, scholars, and change makers. Here, every breakthrough has a human story. Every success begins with curiosity and grows through courage. Today, we celebrate that spirit in every graduate ready to imagine the world. Because tomorrow doesn't wait, it begins here. Kenyatta University will hold the 58th graduation ceremony on 19th Friday, December 2025 from 8 a.m. at KU Main Campus Graduation Square. The ceremony will also be streamed live on KU TV and radio, YouTube and KU website and social media. For more information, please contact the Office of the Registrar Academic on 0208 703092 or 0786 335111 or visit the KU website at www.ku.ac.ke. Kenyatta University, transforming higher education, enhancing lives.
All right, and live from the Kenyatta University Communication Center, you are just in time for the Thursday edition of the KUTV Prime Time News. And of course, a lot has been happening across the country and also beyond our borders and within also academic matters, as we have also noticed that the university that comes second to the premier Kenyatta University, that is the University of Nairobi, has its graduation ceremony today, something that we commend, and also we engage with them to be able to be part of this conversation as we congratulate them on the new journey they are making in academia. But particularly, we have stories concerning the released exams, concerning the KJSEA exams, of course, matters concerning the lecturer CBA, and also the Kenya MOU with the United States. What is happening right there? Let's get into it first with the highlights of tonight's top stories. Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba releases outcomes of over 1.1 million grade 9 learners in the 2025 KJSEA results, marking a major milestone in junior education. Government commits to upholding 7.6 billion shilling lecturers CBA to strengthen education quality. High Court holds Kenya-US health data deal over privacy fears, bringing government spending and contracts under the framework frozen, pending hearing. The government reaffirms commitment to journalists' safety and welfare. Thank you for keeping it KUTV. My name is Emmanuel Kutosi, and I also invite you to engage with us through our social media platforms at KUTV_Kenya on the X platform and KUTV Kenya elsewhere. Now, the Cabinet Secretary for Education, Julius Ogamba, has today presented the new assessment outcomes which place students on the path to senior school placement under the competency-based education system. More than 1.1 million grade 9 learners have reached a major milestone with the release of the 2025 Kenya Junior Secondary School Education Assessment results. And still in keeping with matters education, the Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Ogamba has challenged the University of Nairobi graduates to create jobs. Ogamba asked the graduates to embrace innovation, entrepreneurship, and job creation instead of the conventional pursuit for formal employment. To address societal issues, build sustainable businesses, and support Kenya's economic development, he encouraged them to fully utilize emerging technologies, particularly artificial intelligence. He emphasized the government's commitment to guaranteeing high-quality education through well-supported academic staff by retraining, and also reiterating that it will uphold the 7.6 billion collective bargaining agreement for university lecturers and unions.
We have every reason to celebrate you for the discipline, for the hard work that has enabled you to come this far. Today, graduates, you are not just receiving a degree, you are also receiving the full weight of the sacrifices made by yourselves during your study and on your behalf by your parents, guardians, and sponsors who have supported you and walked with you along this journey to make this day possible. The award that you receive today is not merely a degree or just a piece of paper. It is a promise of a great future. A promise that you use your knowledge, your resilience, and your skill sets to serve not only yourself, but your country, your family, and your community. The resolution to that strike that was signed on the 5th of November 2025, ending the 49-day strike, was a victory for dialogue. It was a commitment to restore trust, and I wish to announce here today that the government is committed to releasing the 2 tranches of the outstanding 7.7 billion as agreed, arising out of
Indeed, a promise of a great future, and congratulations to all the graduates within the University of Nairobi. Now to matters within the corridors of the courts, where the High Court has intervened to shield Kenya's health data, suspending the Kenya-US cooperation framework on health amid rising concerns over privacy safeguards. Justice Lawrence Mugambi ordered that no part of the 4th of December 2025 agreement be operationalized if it involves transferring or sharing personal medical information. Now, the ruling follows a petition challenging the deal's legality and the potential exposure of sensitive data. The court also halted the government spending and contracting tied to the framework, directing that all actions remain on hold until the petition is fully heard and determined. And still within the confines of legal matters, President William Ruto today presided over the conferment of the rank of Senior Counsel at State House, Nairobi, recognizing distinguished lawyers for their outstanding contributions to the legal profession. The ceremony highlighted the role of legal excellence in promoting justice, integrity, and public confidence in Kenya's judiciary.
Praising their distinguished service, scholarly excellence, and integrity. He said the honorees had earned a place at the pinnacle of legal practice, declaring them truly deserving of the prestigious title.
We gather here this morning to confer the rank of Senior Counsel upon 54 of our distinguished advocates, men and women whose illustrious service, rigorous scholarship, and impeccable integrity have earned them a place at the very pinnacle of legal excellence. I take this opportunity to congratulate each and every one of you. Congratulations.
President William Ruto said elevation to senior rank is based on merit, public confidence, and rigorous scrutiny, noting that only the most deserving are honored. He praised the 54 newly recognized advocates, saying they have demonstrated exceptional advocacy in the country's superior courts.
Elevation to this rank is rooted in merit, public confidence, the strict scrutiny. Only the most deserving are called to this honor. And this is such a day. To the 54 advocates being celebrated here today, you have demonstrated exceptional advocacy in our superior courts.
Chief Justice Martha Koome emphasized that attaining the rank of senior counsel carries significant responsibility, saying the inductees must lead by example in the profession. She noted that upcoming lawyers will rely on them for mentorship, both in legal excellence and in upholding ethical standard.
Your conferment of the rank of senior counsel is therefore not accidental. It reflects your years of ethical practice, intellectual rigor, and unwavering fidelity to the rule of law. This honor also imposes on you obligations, and by being inducted into the rank and dignity of senior counsel, you now step into a calling of leadership within the profession. The younger generation of lawyers will continue to look upon you.
The ceremony underscored the prestige and responsibility of senior counsel, with leaders urging inductees to model ethical practice, advance justice, and inspire the next generation of Kenyan lawyers.
Let me begin by
Edna Nerea, KUTV, Nairobi.
Thank you very much, Edna Nerea, for that report on legal matters that are also addressed right here on KUTV through our various programming, including the Law Matters show. Now, the government has restated its commitment to strengthening the safety, welfare, and professional development of journalists across the country. The Ministry of Information says new reforms will modernize media institutions, expand training opportunities, and improve working conditions for reporters, particularly those in rural areas. Our reporter, Yvonne Kemomonari, now examines the reforms and the expected impact on Kenya's media landscape.
The Ministry of Information is prioritizing a safer and more supportive environment for journalists, citing the media's central role in public accountability and national development. Authorities are pushing for stronger collaboration among national agencies, county administrations, and media associations to ensure consistent support for reporters in all regions.
You will see a lot of action next year. Of course, we appreciate that over the years, KNA has been understaffed, and also equipping it has been a challenge, but there's a whole new approach to the reform that we are taking at KNA.
Central to the reforms is the revitalization of state media institutions. The Kenya News Agency and Kenya Broadcasting Corporation are undergoing modernization aimed at improving infrastructure, upgrading digital platforms, and enhancing editorial independence.
We are amending the Access to Information Act and the Access to Information Policy. You know very well media is critical, is at the center of access to information. And access to information is the anchor in the Constitution for the media practice, because we exist to enhance access to information. So please also, because you serve a critical constituency, please take time and engage with the Access to Information Act and the bill and the policy that is also available on the website.
The government is also focusing on legal and digital protection for journalists. A review of existing media laws is underway, targeting stronger safeguards for journalists, their sources, and online safety. Proposed updates aim to reinforce freedom of expression while promoting responsibility and professionalism.
We are amending the mother communication law. It's called KICA, the Kenya Information Communications Act. As you're aware, around 1998 or 1999 or thereabouts, there was the unbundling of the sector. So that law is what created all these agencies in the communications space. But because of the changes in technology also, that law is outdated. So there's a whole process of amending it to align it with the realities of the modern day communication landscape.
To build a sustainable industry, the ministry is investing in capacity development through training programs that cover investigative reporting, fact-checking, digital skills, and content monetization. These initiatives aim to help journalists adapt to evolving newsroom demands and create viable income streams in the digital era.
The Kirinyaga Media Queens Association became a safe space. The launch of this press club marks a grounding moment in our journey as journalists. It provides a platform to further strengthen our association while continuing to tell the stories that matter most to our communities.
Women journalists, especially in rural counties, are expected to benefit from expanded mentorship and support networks. The newly launched Kirinyaga Media Queens Association plans to offer skills development and community outreach addressing challenges related to safety, career growth, and work-family balance. Yvonne Kemuma, KUTV.
And onwards to matters agriculture, maize farmers in Laikipia West sub-county are crying foul of exploitation by middlemen who are buying their produce at throwaway prices. The farmers says brokers are purchasing a 90-kilogram bag of maize for between 2,500 shillings and 2,800 shillings, far below the production cost. They claim that this has left many struggling to break even, especially when farmers in the North Rift reportedly sell at 4,500 shillings per bag. The farmers are now appealing to the National Cereals and Produce Board to intervene and ensure fair prices for their maize.
Atusaidie upande wa mahindi, yani atutengenezee store ambao tutakuwa tukiweka mahindi, maana mahindi zetu kama saa hii ndio tunavuna mahindi, huwa maroli inakuja, hii inaitwa transist, wanabeba na bei rahisi au mabroka, lakini ifikapo mwezi wa 5 tunaanza kununua ile mahindi yetu, tunainunua na njia ya bei kali kama 5,000 na mamia,
kwa sababu hatuna mashini za kukausha mahindi. Kama tungekuwa na store na mahali na jinsi ya kukausha hiyo mahindi, tungeweza kuhifadhi hizo mahindi zetu ili tuuza wakati mwingine, ama tununuliwe na serikali kwa pesa mzuri. Ukienda upande wa Rift Valley pale Eldoret, wako na mikakati ya kuhakikisha wakulima wao mahindi nanunuliwa na 4,500, hapa sisi tunauza 2,500.
Indeed, matters that need to be addressed and matters that bring us to our first break within the Thursday edition of the KUTV Prime Time News. And of course, on matters agriculture, we always have one who is keen about it. That is James Baraka in the Boresha Kilimo Show, and he usually breaks down these matters concerning agriculture. Be sure to catch up with him next time in the week. But now, let's take our break and we'll be back with more in a moment.
Transforming through technology, innovation is not just our pursuit, it's our purpose. At Kenyatta University, we lead through research, powering ideas that shape industries, communities, and nations. Our partnerships span continents, connecting visionaries, scholars, and change makers. Here, every breakthrough has a human story. Every success begins with curiosity and grows through courage. Today, we celebrate that spirit in every graduate ready to imagine the world. Because tomorrow doesn't wait, it begins here. Kenyatta University will hold the 58th graduation ceremony on 19th Friday, December 2025 from 8 a.m. at KU Main Campus Graduation Square. The ceremony will also be streamed live on KU TV and radio, YouTube and KU website and social media. For more information, please contact the Office of the Registrar Academic on 0208 703092 or 0786 335111 or visit the KU website at www.ku.ac.ke. Kenyatta University, transforming higher education, enhancing lives.
A new era, a new people. This is the Law Matters Show. A program that brings you legal sensitization on your television.
My statement is written and just the court, the prosecution.
I think that this loss is a setback.
What policy recommendations were fronted by the candidate?
With diversity, we demystify important legal issues locally, regionally, and internationally.
What Tanzanians...
Join me, Elvin Onsongo, as I bring you more insights on law matters.
We are looking at social issues. What is the problem? Is it the economy? Is it...
Law Matters Show, creating awareness, advocacy, and enhancing lives.
We are back within the space of the Thursday edition of the KUTV Prime Time News, and do appreciate your continued viewing. Now, lack of adequate rainfall in the Kambani region continues to deprive crops of water, leading to crop failure, reduced yields, and increased vulnerability to pests and diseases in Kadhani village in Machakos County. From crops to livestock and wildlife, the effects of ravaging drought can be felt in a village that continues to bear the brunt of prolonged dry spells.
Kadhani village in Machakos County continue to feel the wrath of prolonged drought. From crops to animal and wildlife, the effect of ravaging drought can be felt in a village that continue to bear the brunt of prolonged drought.
Kama mvua haitanyesha, nitapata hasara kwa maana nilikuwa na wakati wa kuvanilia nilikuwa naweka mbolea kama fertilizer, nilikuwa nangaramia kama kulima na ng'ombe nimepeana kama kandarasi nilimiwe, lakini hiyo yote nikaona nimeambulia patupu, kwa maana nilikuwa na ngoja nifune, lakini vile zimekauka sasa ndio nikaona hapo ni kama nimeenda hasara.
The fate of Kadhani residents now hangs on a thin thread. Crops burnt by scorching sun, food on the table is a daily struggle, and who knows until when. Necessity is the mother of invention. Left with no choice, the residents of Kadhani have embarked on a mission to drill boreholes to quench the thirst and avert future calamities occasioned by drought in the area.
Me now, you realize that most of the crops are drying because there is not enough rain. But if this river was full of water, then one thing we'll be able to be sure that people can be able to irrigate their farms and will still be able to get optimal output from the same arrangement. And because Kadhana is a permanent river, then we can be sure that in the coming years, we can have all the water that goes all the way to the Indian Ocean collected around this place and assisting our people do what we call irrigation.
Kadhani village paints a grim reality of different parts of the country that grapples with the extreme drought, raising alarm of further calamities in the future should the drought persist.
Kwa hivyo tunaenda hasara kwa sababu tunalima kilimo biashara. Na kama tumenunua mbegu kwa pesa na wale wanalima, tunaandika watu wa kufanya kibarua kulimia hiyo mboga zetu, basi kama zinanyauka tunaenda hasara. Kwa hivyo mara nyingi tunakuwa tunaumia sana.
The residents are now calling on government and well-wishers to drill boreholes in different parts of Kambani region to solve water shortage crisis during dry season. Auma Evans for KUTV, Nairobi.
Now, a section of internally displaced persons from Kisii County is demanding urgent government intervention, claiming they were sidelined in compensation efforts nearly 20 years after the 2007-2008 post-election violence. Take a look.
Tukangangana kuenda mbele, tunaambiwa hakuna jina. Sasa kujiuliza jina inaenda wapi na nilipata shilingi 10,000. Ninaambiwa sio mkimbizi.
For close to 2 decades, hundreds of families in Kisii County say they have lived with pain, loss, and unanswered questions. Members of the Kisii County IDPs, marginalized self-help group, now accuse successive administrations of neglecting their compensation claims they insist are long overdue.
Wakimbizi ambao tulikimbizwa kutoka Kericho, kutoka mashambani huko.
Atambo noted that while some IDPs across the country received up to 400,000 Kenyan shillings, land parcels, and resettlement support, several groups, especially those from Kisii, remain unrecognized due to internal conflicts among various factions formed during the vetting period.
Tunataka serikali etulipe vile ililipa wale wengine wa Central Province na sehemu za Rift Valley, kwa sababu hao walipewa shilingi 1,400, wakapewa shamba eka 2.5, wakachengewa, wakapewa maji, wakawekewa maji na vile vitu yote inahitajika katika nyumba ya kifamilia. Haya ndio tunataka kutoka kwa serikali yetu.
He added that President William Ruto's directive on reviewing pending IDP cases has renewed hope, and the group is now organizing documentation to seek official recognition for compensation.
Rais mpendwa Daktari William Samoei Ruto tarehe 30 mwezi wa 9 akitangaza ya kwamba waathiriwa wale wote walihusika kwa wakati ya 2007 2008 serikali inafanya mikakati ili walipe, na sisi tunauliza tuwe ni umoja ya wale tumejipanga tulipwe, tufanyiwe kama vile yeye mwenyewe aliahidi.
One of the members, James Oboge, said he only received 10,000 Kenyan shillings, which he termed insufficient and discriminatory. Oboge further claimed that some individuals diverted funds meant for genuine IDPs, leading to exclusion of rightful beneficiaries from the official lists.
Wakimbizi ambao tulikimbizwa kutoka mashambani huko. Mimi ni mmoja wao kwa ile pesa ambayo ilitolewa mbeleni kabisa shilingi 10,000 ndio tulipata. Pesa nyingine tulisikia ilikuja mpaka hapa kwa DC tukakuja tukangangana kuenda mbele, tunaambiwa hakuna jina. Sasa kujiuliza jina inaenda wapi na nilipata shilingi 10,000. Ninaambiwa sio mkimbizi. Pesa hiyo sasa tukafuatilia, kuna wale ambao walitangulia walikuwa ati ni viongozi.
Another victim of post-election violence, Melen Sindiga, who was displaced from Bita, urged the government to intervene and ensure justice is served. Sindiga called on relevant authorities to disband illegal factions that have been undermining efforts to streamline the compensation process.
Ndio tunakimbizwa kutoka, hata mimi naishi huko Mbita. Tunakimbizwa kutoka huko. Sasa kuanzia mwaka 2007 ndio tunasumbuka mpaka saa hii. Kupata kitu chochote. Tunaomba serikali tafadhali etusaidie, etujue na sisi ni waathiriwa. Ndio wengine watoto wao wanakufa. Sasa wengine wanapotelea na wasasi wao, si kupata kitu chochote. Tunaomba tafadhali serikali etusaidie.
The Kisii IDPs urged swift government action to conclude pending cases and deliver long-awaited compensation after years of unresolved grievances.
Tunaomba serikali tafadhali.
Linda Nzilu, KUTV, Nairobi.
It's about that time to get sporty, and Kenya's double Africa Championship bronze medalist Robert Okaka was knocked out of the Men's World Boxing Championships after falling short against Russia's Bizhamov, in an unanimous decision after the quarter-final showdown in Dubai. Okaka booked his place in the last 8 after an overwhelming Tunisia Youssef Rafarafi in the third round of the lightweight round of 16. Now, on December the 8th, 2025 at the Dubai Tennis Complex, becoming the first Kenyan boxer in 43 years to advance in the quarterfinals of the World Championships. All right, 33 minutes past the top of the hour, and my director James Baraga is eager to jump and move to the next day. Today also being the International Mountain Day. Well, I hope you can also make a way of climbing a mountain soon enough, particularly as you walk towards the Jamhuri holiday of tomorrow, where we'll be also covering that matter in a quite unique spectacle right here within KUTV. In Kenya, we have several mountains. Mount Kenya, Mount Longonot, Mount Elgon, Mount Satima. Ever heard of that one? Well, I hope it was something new that you've heard right there. My name is Emmanuel Kutosi, and I hope to see you again tomorrow as we kick off the Friday edition of the KUTV Prime Time News. A big thank you to the whole team involved in the production of tonight's broadcast, led by my producer, Yvonne Kemo Monari, and also the team on the other end, led by James Baraka and Major General Minor, ensuring everything goes as it should. A big thank you to also you for keeping it KUTV and choosing us to be your informer tonight. My name is Emmanuel Kutosi. See you again on another one. Good night and sweet dreams.